Hey, what's up? It's Baz the Magician, and welcome to Storytime. This video is being made for two reasons. First, people keep asking me what my run-in I had with Craig Petty because they don't know the story on it. So I'll be using that in this video to give people a full picture of what's going on right now with another problem about what's being said to YouTubers doing a review of his trick. And so this kind of ties in with the last video I uploaded where I said if a trick is bad, say it's bad, because YouTubers will almost feel bad or kind of like apologize for saying the atomic deck is shit. So hopefully by getting the entire picture, by giving you a story about what happened with me with him, it'll paint the bigger picture. So I'm going to go into the story first to give you a background on what is exactly going on, and then that will help you understand the second part of this video where I go into more detail about another issue that's going on here. All right, so first things first. I have personally never met Craig Petty. I've never been in front of him, never talked to him on a video, nothing. What happened was when I say I had a run-in with him, I've gotten into discussions with him in the YouTube comment sections under his video. He was actually replying to me. So I want to be clear that I gave across the impression that I've actually run into him at a convention. No, that's not true. It's only on YouTube in the comment section. So that being said, let me give you the history of what's going on here. This is a little bit of a long story, so bear with me. Okay, so Craig Petty used to do rants. And they were kind of interesting, and they're funny. And what wound up happening was he had several rants that he did, or several separate rants where, he had one where he basically was telling people, don't talk down to people. So basically don't talk to people the way you should be just because you think you're in a position in the magic community to be able to talk down to anybody. And secondly, there was another one where he said, if you see somebody doing something, say something, because you not saying anything is just as bad as them doing it. You're just letting somebody go ahead and do this. And this basically has to do with other magicians in general. Some magicians think they're better than other people, and they basically want to talk down to you. So that's the background history of these rants. Okay, now, what you have to understand in Craig Petty's defense is that this has to do with Justin Flom and Craig Petty. They're both, I think, based in the UK, so they're not in the United States. And they're both part of the Magic Circle. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Magic Circle is UK's version of the United States' Magic Castle. They're both intertwined with each other, and pretty much this is one of the problems I and a bunch of magicians have with the magic community. Those two organizations, which are basically one thing, pretty much decide who gets exposure. That's why a lot of people are getting stifled. It's because of these two. It's because of these two, aspects, or sorry, these two organizations. So that's why when we say magic is political, it's political. It's who decides things. All right, so that being said, apparently in the Magic Castle there's different levels of where you are in the castle, like a vice president, assistant to the vice president, things like they're just levels of it. So what happened was Craig Petty, in one of his lecture trick things he was doing for a show or corporate, I don't know the exact situation, but he was doing a trick for some people where he was explaining the concept or a principle of a trick that exposed it to what he thought was about 25 people. And what it wound up being was it wound up being broadcast to more than 1,000 people, or it was something like that. So the Magic Circle threw Craig Petty out, and Craig Petty was pissed on that simply because Justin Flom had a video where it wasn't even a trick. He was doing pranks, and on Valentine's Day, what wound up happening was he exposed a stage mechanism of what's called the crystal coffin or the crystal casket. Sorry, the crystal casket. I can't even speak. Crystal coffin or crystal casket illusion. And it's a stage mechanism that a ton of stage illusions are built off of. So Justin Flom exposed the actual stage mechanism for tons of stage illusions, while Craig Petty exposed a principle on a trick. And the Magic Circle did not throw Justin Flom out. So there is a conflict here because Justin Flom was above Craig Petty in the Magic Circle. So Craig Petty had a legitimate complaint with that. Now, here is where I come in, because I say things how they are, and I just thought Craig Petty's rants were funny. Well, and again, keeping in mind, Craig Petty made rants about if you see something, say something, and don't talk down to people. Now, one of the comments Craig Petty has, so you get the full understanding of this, is he calls people a fuck knuckle. I don't know what that means, but it sounds funny. So he's basically calling people that are talking to people, talking down to people, a fuck knuckle. Okay? So this is where I come in. On one of Craig Petty's rants, the rant itself was entirely made up of the situation I just explained. He was complaining, he was pissing and moaning that Justin Flom didn't get thrown out, but he did. But here is the problem with this entire video segment. Craig Petty literally was complaining about the video Justin Flom did because the video itself exposed the mechanism. It showed his girlfriend exposing the mechanism on Justin Flom's video. Craig Petty was playing the video that exposed the mechanism that he was complaining about on his channel. So Craig Petty was rebroadcasting the video he said never should have been shown. So Craig Petty literally exposed the mechanism through Justin Flom's video. And so I got under there. And again, if you see something, say something, and don't talk down to people. So I wrote up underneath the video, talking to him, to basically everyone else. I said, so let me get this straight. This rant is about somebody exposing a stage mechanism that you're complaining about while you're exposing this stage mechanism. Way to go, you fuck knuckle. Now, prior to this, I got to back up. I have a trick that I was going to do, give him as a reviewer, because he reviews things great. He's a great reviewer, but he's a shitty magician. So I just wanted to get because I was thinking about selling it, so I wanted to get a review on it. And so regardless if I like him or not, he's a good reviewer. So, however, because I said that to him, I'm like, what are you doing, dude? You could have made the video explaining that somebody had a video, which I'm not going to show here because it exposes it, and instead you played the video exposing it. And instead of accepting that as a fact, he railed into me, basically he doubled down saying, well, I can't explain this without the video. The guy's a fucking stupid asshole, because not only is he laying into me and talking down to me, but he's basically getting pissed off because I called him out. If you see something, say something. You playing the video in the background of a video is inexcusable. When you play a video that's exposing a secret, it doesn't matter whether you made the video. You are exposing a secret through another video, period. So if you have a problem with exposing a secret, then you went ahead and did it, then you just got called out. That's a base fact. This justifying, well, I didn't make the video, isn't relevant. You cannot get around that fact that you exposed a mechanism through somebody else's video simply because you're displaying the video. If somebody says the N-word in a video and you play that video, you are responsible for saying that, even if you didn't say it, simply because you're playing it. The fact that you say, well, I didn't say this, doesn't matter. The fact that you exposed it is the point. So whether or not it's your video or not, Craig Petty exposed the stage illusion mechanism that Justin Flom did that he said shouldn't be shown by showing the video. Now, what happened was he laid into me. He goes, you don't have to be such a twat. I can't remember the exact thing that was said. And he's like, you don't have to be, and he's trying to justify it. And basically, I finally said to him, we can go back and forth with the name calling. I said, you have rants saying if you see something, say something, and that's exactly what I did. And you're complaining about a video exposing a mechanism while playing the video. So therefore, you are at fault. You're just as at fault for doing this, and he couldn't accept that, and he laid into me and started calling me all these fucking names, and he basically became a hypocrite. So I finally said to him, yeah, on second thought, I don't want somebody that's doing this. I don't want somebody reviewing my trick that looks like a washed-up version of Tommy from the Rugrats. And coincidentally, he's never spoke to me since. So the point here is that I can handle when somebody talks to me. The fact is, he can't take his own advice when it's applied to him, and that's the point I'm going to make now in the second, of what is basically the second reason I made this video. Apparently, Craig Petty is basically pissed off when people are making bad reviews about his tricks. And it's almost like behind the scenes, these people are threatening the people that are giving bad reviews. I can't say if that's true or not, but I've heard a few things. I'm not going to say it's true, but that's just what I'm hearing. And so my point is, the type of person Craig Petty is, he's a hypocritical, egotistical jackass. And everybody has every right to lay into him because it's okay for him to say shit, but it's not okay for that same stuff to be applied to him. And I'm speaking from personal experience. This is the type of person Craig Petty is. He's a hypocritical, egotistical jackass. And he's talking down to people now that he's gotten into upper stature. That's why I said he made a video saying you shouldn't be talking down to people while he's doing the exact same things he's telling other people not to do. And when he gets called out on it, he doubles down on it. And so now you have YouTubers that are apologizing to him because they're like, oh, I was having a bad day. And it's like, Craig Petty's making videos off of these saying, why are you guys making videos on this? After Craig Petty says, it's ridiculous. So I just want you guys to understand, or I want everybody watching to understand the type of person Craig Petty actually is. And again, if you think this is bashing on him, then it's bashing on him. The fact remains the guy's an egotistical jackass. And he's talking down to people because he's getting himself supposedly set up with names like Lloyd Barnes, and he's in bed with Penguin Magic now, and that's another thing that I have a problem with. People ask me, and I'm going to say this straight out, Penguin Magic is not a place to go to get quality stuff. All their stuff lately for the past 2 years has been complete shit. I have a video right now on the TV where it says, it's basically, I don't want to say the name of the reviewer, but the point here is that this video was up a year ago and I was listening to it where he's saying the same things I'm saying now. I've always noticed it, and I've never hid this. The stuff that's coming out in Magic now is all shit. It's regurgitated stuff, and it's being put out by people or companies who once originally had, probably quality, but now Penguin Magic is a place that anybody can just upload anything to, and you've got crowds of people that are becoming toxic. The art is gone. People are just looking for stuff to do, and these places are selling stuff to people that anybody can put up, and Magic's becoming oversaturated. It's just like the video game industry. And here's the thing. People can piss and moan about that all they want. If you buy the stuff that these people are selling, you are contributing to the problem. This is why I don't buy anything from Penguin Magic. And another thing that's getting to me is, why is Murphy's Magic being advertised anywhere? Murphy's Magic, I got called yesterday by them because I was looking into buying something, and it turns out they don't sell to the public. I have to go through an actual distributor because they don't sell to the public. At least that's what I was told yesterday when they called me back, or I got a hold of them, because I'm looking for something that's out of print. So the thing with this is, Murphy's Magic shouldn't be being advertised, and they should not be advertising anything of Blackpool or anything of that nature. Penguin Magic should not be advertising shit through Murphy's, as Murphy's can sell it. Because they should be coming out and telling you if this is true from what I've been told. Again, I got a call direct. I got in contact with somebody directly from Murphy's Magic who told me they don't sell to the public. So I don't know what the hell's going on here. But as I stated, Penguin Magic is a shit place that I was originally going to upload one of my tricks to sell, but they had to do a review on it, and they've been known to steal stuff. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. So right now I'm in the process of creating a stage illusion. I need to have it built, but I got to go to a lawyer to get an NDA, or I got to get a certified NDA, because I can't even bring up the name of this trick because I'm not going to have it stolen. Unfortunately, you can't steal, you can't copyright a trick. You can copyright the pattern and you can copyright the design, but you can't copyright the trick itself. So that's the one bad thing about this. Now, whether or not, anybody can replicate this stage illusion, because you can watch magicians do stage illusions all the time. You can probably build it yourself. The thing here is that you don't want your design stolen, because I'm in the middle of creating, I have a stage illusion built that doesn't exist. And so it's something that you could buy and see in Vegas. And now those of you that know the quality of my stuff know that I won't release something or won't go to somebody that's, shit. My point is that I'm in the process of I'm in the process of trying to get a card trick sold that I designed, but I'm not going to have it fucking stolen, because what happens is, and I know Penguin Magic has stolen shit, because I have personal friends of mine that uploaded shit, they rejected it, and then a week later, they found it for sale on their site under another name. So it's fucking ridiculous, the shit that's ongoing. So again, you can't copyright a trick, and this is the danger of what they're doing. So when I say stole it, they took the concept and made it their own after rejecting it, because once you understand what's being explained here, we're not going to do that. We don't need that. And then a week later, they just come up with their own version of it. So again, it's not that you can't look at a magician and figure this stuff out, but if you're going to sell it, you need to be careful with these sneaky bastards that are doing shit like this. Because all you have to do is tweak one or two things, change the deck that's being used, and all of a sudden it's a new trick and you can't do anything about it. So, I don't know, this is basically what I wanted to get across, because, it's like Murphy's Magic and Penguin's Magic, they're combining. This is fucking ridiculous. The whole situation is out of control. And again, I basically just wanted to, reiterate, if a trick is bad, you have a right to say it's bad. If these people who you're saying the trick is bad about cannot handle it, fuck them. And again, I'm saying this because I wanted everybody to know the story that actually happened with this, because he's a hypocrite. And you can disagree with me all you want, but the fact is, again, just to reiterate this, he's playing a video about a video that exposes the stage illusions, and then acts like, well, I didn't make the video, so you're playing a video that exposes a stage illusion on your own channel, broadcast to your entire audience. Whether you made that video or not is not relevant. The fact that you're showing it so people can see it is the problem. And so I just wanted to get this out of the way. And I'm rambling again, but that's pretty much all I have to say. Stop apologizing to this. These people are pricks. He's an asshole when it comes to this. And as a reviewer, he's great. You can find get fair reviews on him, but he's an asshole. Himself personally is a hypocritical, egotistical asshole. Period. He can't take his own criticism. So that's basically it. And if anybody has a problem with what I'm saying, deal with it. Because I don't hold back when it comes to this stuff. This is why people ask me for my input. That's it. I've talked long enough, but I just wanted to get this out. See you around. Oh, and by the way, later on today, I'm going to upload how to do a card trick. So I'll talk to you about it then. All right. Take care. Spasm Magician signing out. Have a good one.